Today we're going to talk about zero and negative exponents, which is lesson 10.4 in advanced math. So when we have a zero exponent, for any non-zero base, the power or the value will be 1. If the base is 0, 0 to the 0 power is considered undefined. But for any non-zero base with an exponent of 0, the answer will be 1. Now, for any integer n and any non-zero number for a to the negative n is the reciprocal of a to the nth power. So for instance, 4 to the negative second power is equal to 1 over 4 to the second power. So we move the power to the opposite, either the numerator or the denominator of where it currently is, and the exponent changes to a positive. So let's take a look at some examples. So for this first one, 4 to the negative second power, we simply, this is currently in the numerator, we flip it, put it in the denominator, and the exponent changes to a positive. Now 4 to the second is 16, 4 squared. So our answer would be 1 over 16. The same thing here, negative 2 to the negative fifth power. This is like 1 over negative 2 to the positive fifth power. Now negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 32. So this is negative 1 over 32. If we have one negative sign, it just kind of goes out to the left of that fraction there. So now looking at the next one, negative 8 and 8. Now remember, here we add the exponents. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0. So this is 6 to the 0 power, which is simply 1, because any number that is not 0 to the 0 power is 1. Now go ahead and try the next few on your own. With number 4 here, again, we subtract these exponents because when we divide, we subtract. So this would be negative 3, 5 take away 6 is negative 1. So this would be 1 over negative 3 to the positive first power, which is simply negative 1 over 3. Negative 3 to the first power is negative 3. So we move that negative sign out to the front, keep our fraction. Now here, 1 times 1 is 1. Here we add these exponents. So 7 and negative 4 is 3. So 5 to the third power. So this is 1 over 125. With this last one here, again, we add the exponents. 4 and negative 3 is 2. So we have 4 squared over 4 squared. 2 take away 2 is 0. So that is 4 to the 0 power, which we know is 1. You could have also said that 4 squared is 16. So 16 divided by 16 is also 1. So we're proving that this is the case. Now, we need to simplify, writing the expression using only positive exponents. So here with this 8x to the negative second power, this only applies to the x. So we are only moving the x and the exponent to the denominator. So this is 8 over x squared. Here again, add the exponent. 0 and negative 10 makes negative 10. So b to the negative 10th power can be written as 1 over b to the 10th power. Remember, moving that power to the opposite side of the fraction bar, changing that exponent to a positive. Now here, this is like z to the 6th power over 15z to the 9th power. It's like 1z to the 6th power. So we keep the 1 in the numerator. We keep the 15 in the denominator. Z to the 6th, Z to the 9th. We subtract these since they're being divided. So we have 1 over 15 Z to the negative 3rd. Now remember, this is going to the denominator now. So we have 1 over 15Z to the 3rd to get that exponent to be positive. Here it says a drop of water leaks from a faucet every second. How many liters of water leak from the faucet in 1 hour? So the first thing I want you to do is figure out how many seconds there are in 1 hour. So we know that there are 60 seconds per minute and that there are 60 minutes per hour. 60 times 60 is 3,600. So there are 3,600 seconds. Now, if we know that there's a drop every second, that's 50 to the negative second. So we have 3,600 seconds times 50 to the negative second amounts of water. Now, we have to move this to the denominator, which would be 50 to the positive 2 on the exponent. 50 times 50, 50 squared, is 2,500. Now, go ahead and simplify this. When we simplify this, we have 1 in 11/25, which is equal to 1.44. And we're talking about liters. How many liters? So 1.44 liters of water will leak from that faucet in 1 hour.